Hi everyone, my name is Gotuma Tebula. So I would like to welcome you to Career Blueprint Podcast. So this podcast is about inviting our guests like Themba, those that will come and share their experiences, their career journeys, his upbringing, whatever that is doing at the moment, and also just to share a little bit insight of his studies, his experiences, within the industry. So I've invited him to at least just share with us everything inside about him. I'm very happy that he has came through, and I believe that you're going to enjoy this episode. So, Temba, how are you today?
Good things now, you say.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
I know that you traveled far from Bloemfontein,
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
just to come and have this day with us, just to share a bit of insight. Hopefully, it's going to teach and educate our graduates and also those that are still studying in high school. So for our viewers, who is Temba?
Oh, sure. Now it feels like I'm in an interview, but job interview, but it's okay. So, my name is Themba Makondo. I was born and raised in a small town, Giani, in Limpopo.
Yes, yes.
So, my upbringing was as normal as any boy who was just brought in the township.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I should just explain further or this is just
No, no,
yeah, yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. So, like in Guyana, where exactly did you grow up in Guyana?
So it's in Gianni Section A.
Section 8 in
Yes,
town.
it's in town. Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's nice. So, when you were growing up, what type of maybe hobbies or what were you, spending your time doing mostly?
So from my upbringing, the thing that we did a lot was just to play soccer.
Soccer,
So
yes.
soccer just took maybe 95% of my time compared to other things that other kids, normal kids, would have been doing, probably like playing with bicycles or anything. So 95% of the time, we grew up playing soccer. Yes, yeah.
And then, for which teams did you play for at that time?
I started my career, soccer career, in a small club called Mountain Rangers,
Huh?
aka people from Guyana normally know it as Gudluza.
With this, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So from there, I went to play for teams like Bilika All Stars,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, and Guyana Hotspurs. And there was some type of arrangement that I want
Yeah.
that I don't know. There were like trials for Orlando Pirates. They
Yes, yes.
selected me. I don't know what happened. So yeah, it didn't turn out well. But yeah, there
And
was
then
like a potential for me to actually go and play
didn't
for.
materialize.
Yeah, no,
Which
no.
position were you playing?
I started playing as a right wing. Yeah, because I had like so much pace. I could
Yeah,
run. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Up to me was.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so as time went by, as you gain a lot of experience, they tend to convert you to other positions where you play like a midfielder, striker. You know, when you find those positions where they don't have a player, you just have to
Fit in.
fit in
Yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah, you've got experience. Yeah.
And then some of the guys that you played with that maybe managed to play in professional, who do you still remember?
Uh, One of the big names that comes into my head is Justice Chabalala.
Justice Chabalala.
Yeah, the one who played for Orlando Pirates.
Oh, yes, yes.
And there's Shadrach Obedi. I think he was playing for Celtics.
Celtics.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay,
He
yeah.
played for Celtics and Royal AM.
Okay.
There's Katekan Musongo now. I think he was playing for Gallants and now
Yes,
he's playing for TX Galaxy.
yes, yes.
So those are the names that I played with. Yeah.
And then since you have already explained about your hobbies, how you would spend your time during those days, and in terms of academics, which primary did you go to, and then also just to save time,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
high
Give
school,
the
which high
summary and
school
all
did you
of the
go
things.
to as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
in terms of subjects that you enjoyed, that you were doing at that time, and how were you like seeing yourself after maybe completing matric? Did you see yourself as a specific profession or a professional, or how were you seeing that? And then what led you to choose those modules as well? So,
Okay.
yeah, you can
Just
just
to
explain
give
from
brief summary.
primary, yeah, high schools that you attended to,
Yeah.
and the modules. What made you choose those institutions for like
Mm-mm.
high school and primary? What made you or motivated you, and modules that you chose as well? What really inspired you to choose those modules?
Okay. So I started my primary in Sukani Primary School.
Okay.
So it's a primary around my location. So it's just few blocks away from my house. So it's like a walking distance. So I used to like walk to my school in primary.
So it was convenience. The
It
reason
was,
why you chose.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was a matter of convenience, and everyone from my hood was going there. But then the more privileged guys, they used to go to like your private schools. They're like your Themba, Kanyisa, and all of those others. But then, yeah, me, I went to Sukani Primary School from grade R until grade 7. So from my high school, I went to Guyana High School, where I did my grade 8 up until grade 12. Also, I would say that the reason why I chose Guyana High, it's also the matter of convenience, because Guyana High from my house, it's just like 2, 3 streets away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's convenience as well.
the matter of convenience. And all my friends actually went there as well. So it was just a matter of uh, a group of kids from primary, we go to the same high school. Yeah. And then I did my grade 8, grade 9. It's just the normal basic subjects that everyone can do. And then grade 10, it's a funny story because there was a stream that was actually introduced in Guyana High during my time. And then we did accounting, physics, and math.
Okay.
So you see, it's more of like a mixture. It's like you are going on the economics,
Yeah.
accounting side
Yeah.
while mixing it with science.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think we only attended for like a week or two. Yeah, funny
Yeah.
enough. So
Yeah.
then I don't know. The management of Guyana High said that nah,
Does it make sense?
this stream does not exist. I think like there was a lot of churches in
Yeah.
terms of educators trying to meet us and all of those things. So we couldn't continue with that stream. So then I converted back to the mainstream that I did, which was physical sciences, geography, life sciences. Yeah. So and the other subjects, it's only English, life orientation, and the rest.
And
Yeah.
mathematics, you did mathematics as
Yeah,
well.
it's pure maths.
So
Yeah.
what motivated you to go that route of sciences instead of commercial subjects?
It's those things, because like now when you are in grade 9, I feel like now the learners will actually relate with whatever I'm gonna say now.
Yeah.
If you enjoy natural sciences,
Yeah.
probably you're gonna go with physics and geography, life science, agri, and all of those other ones.
Yes.
But then if you enjoy EMS,
Yes.
that means your stream will be your economics, accounting, business, and the rest.
Yes.
So I enjoyed more of natural sciences than EMS. That's the main reason why I chose the, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And in those modules, which one was your most favorite module? Because I know there's physics, there's life science, there's mathematics, there's geography. Which one you really enjoyed within those? In fact, mathematics we don't have to include it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because it's standard that we have to do
You
it.
can
But
do
yeah,
both.
within
Yeah.
that three, life science, physics, and geography, which one you really enjoyed?
I'd say physical sciences.
Yeah.
It's not a matter
Physics.
of physics, yeah. It's
Yeah,
physical
you're a
science.
genius.
No, it's physical sciences, yeah. It's one of those subjects that actually clicked easily in my brain.
Yeah.
I could like listen to the teacher in class,
Yeah,
easily grasp the content, and I did not put much effort into it.
yeah.
I could like easily understand, rather than like your life sciences where there's like too much theory.
You
I
know,
need to read about it. I,
you
the
get
EA,
numbers.
and all of those things. So yeah, the numbers actually made a lot of relevance into me. And when you come to like chemistry as well, because physical sciences is divided into two. You've got your physical sciences like physics,
Yeah.
and then your physical sciences as in like chemistry.
Yeah.
So yeah, that made a lot of sense to me. I understood it quite easily. Yeah.
Makes sense. And then the one that challenged you, you feel like, hey, this one was challenging.
Ah, to be quite honest with you, I'm not gonna say that I was smart. There is no subject that actually I struggled with in my high school.
Yeah.
Because funny enough is that I did not study much. I did not pay attention to books because I enjoyed, like, from our previous engagement, I used to play a lot of soccer.
Yes.
After school, I'd go to training, play soccer, and all of those things. I did not pay much attention to my school books. But one subject that actually kind of demanded me, I would say it's physical science. life sciences. Yeah, life sciences, because that one had a lot of theory. You you need to know your story. When they talk about an ear, you need to understand how do you actually hear someone when he's talking to you. From the vibrations, now the vibrations get trapped in the pinna, goes inside the ear, the vibrations are turned into something else. So that one actually needed someone to like actually understand. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then post to grade 12, you went to tertiary, and then in tertiary, which institution did you go to, and then what like inspired you to choose that institution? I mean, there's different institutions that we have in South Africa in different provinces.
Yeah.
Why did you opt to choose that specific institution? And then in terms of also choosing career, I know there's career exhibition.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, we choose these careers sometimes maybe based on what we hear,
Yeah.
what we like we also see others that motivate us, to
Sure.
to
Yeah.
go for that specific
Yeah.
course.
Mm.
And then on your side, how did it happen that you choose the course that you chose? And then also institution, what inspired you or motivated you?
Back in the day, I'm not sure if things have turned nowadays or things have changed nowadays. I'd say that we did not get much of career exposed. We're not exposed to a lot of different careers that one can venture to after high school. So for me, I actually applied for 3 institutions, which were University of the Vets, yeah, yeah, UFS, University of the Free State, and UCT, University of Cape Town. Funny enough, I was accepted in all institutions. But you know, when you are a small boy from Ekas in Guyana, and now you're being told that you need to go to Joburg and you need to be by yourself, you're like, nah, there's no way. What am I going to do there? Because back in the day, we've got this myth with like Joburg, it's rough. Because now, it's not safe. They're gonna mug you, and there's a lot of things that are happening. You're not exposed to things like clubs and all of those entertainment that are there nowadays. So I had to choose. I had to choose UFS. So the reason why I chose UFS, it has nothing to do with career. They didn't promise me anything. I did not know what I was doing there. It was mainly because one of my cousins were there. So Fuman, yes. So there was nothing was like in my mind. I know that I'm going to a place. I'm gonna find someone from home. They're gonna take care of me. They're gonna welcome me. They're gonna show me that Spice here, Shoprite is here. This is how we do things. You do 1, 2, 3, and you don't do 1, 2, 3. Which I say, yeah, as a matter of advice, don't follow that. It's totally wrong. Yeah, yeah.
And then applying for the course that you did, what was the course that you applied?
So in UFS, I was admitted for Bachelor's of Science, BSc, measuring in chemistry and biochemistry. So this comes from the natural sciences that I was explaining back then. It goes to the physics that I was enjoying, and now it leads to the chemistry and biochemistry that I was admitted to. Because my science marks actually from life sciences, physics, geography, and everything, I did very well. So it was easy for me to actually get admitted for that course. So it was nothing of like now you hear the name biochemistry, you'll be like, I'm good with this thing. Like I've mastered this thing in grade 12 because I've passed with a distinction. So you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna move and it's gonna be the same thing.
What happened?
I saw flames. I saw flames. Biochemistry. It's something else.
It was advanced.
Yeah, it was. Now you need to learn about metabolism of how do you move your hand, what type of energy is converted in order for me to do 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And you thought that you're gonna learn the chemistry that you were learning in high school. It's way totally different. Although there's a name of chemistry inside of it, but it's not the chemistry that you learn in high school. So this now they teach you from an atomic level where like a cell, like like a small unit that you can see with your naked eye. How do you get to like have this skin? How do you like breathe? How do you like talk? How do you like see? And all of those things. So now they incorporate all those mechanisms into one thing. So it was very complex. But through the grace of God, I think one actually made it. So yeah.
And then, so you spoke about chemistry, and then
Biochemistry,
it
yeah.
was how long was the course? It
So
was
the
for
course
3 years.
3 years. So it's a basic BSc degree. So with UFS, what they do with you, it's not that they lead you into one stream.
Yeah.
So in BSc, you actually have two measures.
Okay.
So you will have chemistry with something else. For for my concentration, or my I don't know how my thought of trade, I was like, nah, I'm going to do chemistry in school, because high school,
Yeah.
actually from primary, high school, and university, I thought it was gonna be like a flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I got to UFS, they were like, no, you don't choose one stream. You need to have like two measures.
Okay.
So which I chose biochemistry because it sounds similar to chemistry.
Yeah.
So you can do your microbiology, chemistry, physiology, genetics, anything else, and then you just have to choose two measures rather than one. Yeah. So I went for biochemistry and chemistry, which was for 3 years, and then yeah, I finished record time.
Record time.
Yeah.
You were a genius.
Yeah. No.
So when you chose those modules and also the course, did you have maybe uh, sort of like inside information with regards to possible careers that you can, end up, doing once you are done with your studies, or it was just because you studied chemistry and like physics, there's chemistry,
Mm.
and then you were just going with what you have studied before, but did you check? Because I think there's quite a number of things that you can do with those modules that you
Yeah.
did in high school
Yeah.
or subjects.
Yeah.
But for you to end up doing the course that you did,
Mm.
did you have something in mind to say, I want to see myself maybe as this professional after doing my studies, or what was the story behind possible careers when you were choosing?
So career-wise, I don't want to lie to you. We're not, like I said, from Guyana, you're not exposed a lot about this chemistry. Whether you're gonna go work in the lab, after your degree, what do you need to do after that? So it was a thing of now. My concentration was not based on I need to finish this degree and what is it that I need to do after I obtain the degree. So I feel like there's just a huge gap that it needs to be closed. I'm not sure about now, because this it's about 11 years ago when I did time flies. Yeah. So probably maybe there's some community engagements where like you have your science centers where they expose these kids into these modules and subjects. Yeah, yeah. But I stand to be corrected. I feel like there's still that huge gap. So for me, to answer your question, I did not know what to do after my degree. So my focus was mainly passing all my modules, get this degree, and I'll see later on what to do. Because the only thing that I knew is that I'm gonna work in the lab. I'm gonna mix a chemical A and chemical B to give me chemical C. Yeah. So probably maybe like I'll end up in pharmaceuticals, or end up mixing paint for some company, or I did not know. So yeah, I don't want to lie. I was not exposed much into like your career.
You went as far as doing your honors, right?
Yes. So to actually explain how I got to do my honors is that now I graduated with my degree, like I said, record time, 3 years done. I was fed up with Bloemfontein. I don't want to lie. So I wanted to like change. I wanted to move from that place because I did not like it. So now I got an internship at the Northwest University. So they have like a science center there within the university. So fortunate enough, by God's grace, I was afforded the opportunity to work at the science center. So I had a very nice supervisor, because this was during COVID. It was in 2020. So I went to talk to my supervisor during the time, which was my manager. I was like,
Supervisor in UFS or
no,
now
no, no, no,
Northwest?
no, Northwest now. Yeah, the internship that I was doing.
Yeah. So internship required you to, so it sort of like you working while studying, or it required
For
you to work.
for now, it was working.
Okay.
Yeah. So the main purpose of the for the internship was for me to work there. Just that it was within the university, so there was nothing honors chemistry there. It was me to work in the science center. So it was more of like your community engagement. You know how science centers work. You need to go to schools, do career expos, do experiments, and just like try to bridge a gap between school and university. And for the less fortunate kids to actually go and showcase them science experiment that they cannot do at their high school or primary.
Or things that maybe they learned about, but those things were not
They can
done
physically,
practically.
yeah, practically, yeah. So those are the things. Yeah, those are the were my duties when I went there. So, but I saw a gap that nah, man, it's during COVID. We're not attending classes and everything. I can still do my honors while working at an at the internship, like the science center. So they granted me the opportunity to actually do both at the same time, which I think now it's highly impossible for one to do, because for honors level chemistry you need to attend classes. So I was juggling the both, because now also we used to attend online while still we're doing community engagement. So from there, that's when I pushed the two up until I finished. Also my honors record time within an year. Done.
In fact, we need a
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like it's a matter of you doing something that you enjoy. Chemistry for me is passion. I don't want to lie. It's passion. It's something that I don't need to put effort into it for me to understand. You see, so that's why it came so easy. And I used to like engage with my friends, lecturers, and if I don't understand something, I used to like go to them. But 80 to 90% of the stuff I used to like understand it better. So that's when 2019, 2020, I pushed my internship and honors, finished, then graduated. Yeah. Yeah.
And what would you advise some students that are like in the same like career path, or maybe in the same stream?
Yeah.
Which
Science. Yeah.
science, but maybe they're struggling. They want to make sure that they pass in distinctions like you did,
Yeah.
but they're struggling. What method were you using to make sure that you ace this
Subjects.
exams or
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
subject,
Modules
and
and all
also
that.
in
Yeah.
varsity, because you carried the same
Mm.
from high school to varsity.
Mm.
So what would you advise those that are struggling, or the method that you were using, or the approach that you were using that worked for you to be able to pass this module?
So to answer that question, I would say that one needs to understand themselves and actually like get your strength and weaknesses when it comes to studying. My strategy might not work for you, because I feel like we grasp knowledge differently. With me, I used to do a lot of engagements with my friends rather than like sitting on a textbook and reading, memorizing those reactions and all those things. It's actually quite difficult for me to like get all the content. But then the more I engage with my friends, lecturers, and everything, for me, engagement plays a very big role. Someone, when they explain to me what's like 1 + 1 is 2, it's much easier for me to get that rather than sitting down and say 1 + 1, because I'm not gonna get it. But there are some that actually it works better for them to actually like sit down with a book and then they study. So to answer your question, one of the things that people can actually try is to actually engage with, form small groups. It doesn't need to be like a group of 10 or 20. 2, 3 is fine, not more than that. Get to like explain content to each other up until you don't understand, and then as a group, 2 or 3, go to the lecturer. They're gonna explain the content for you. So I feel like that worked very much better for me than sitting down memorizing thousands and thousands of slides. And one thing with our science, not to just give it away, people just have to do questions. Yeah, science doesn't change. Hydrogen is hydrogen. Previous question papers. People need to do questions rather than like sitting down for hours and hours and memorizing content. Content is good, but people need to sit down and do questions. Because from there, you understand how your lecturer sets questions. Yeah, because you wouldn't know what question will come from reading the slides. But if you do questions, oh, if you follow a trend of 3 or 4 years, definitely this question, my lecturer loves it. It's gonna come. You're gonna see it. Yeah.
And then you dwell too much on practicing what you saw on the question
Yeah,
paper.
do more questions, write them down, solve them up, not to memorize the memorandum. Do questions again and again and again up until you understand it. Check with your memorandum, check with your lecturers, check with your friends if the content is right. Don't read textbooks and slides for hours and hours. It will end up confusing you, man. Yeah, yeah. I feel like it's one advice that I actually give to the learners. Yeah.
I think that's important because I remember even myself during our times in university, we used to study a lot.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I had a good friends that were
Yeah. They
like those
understand the
guys were
context
hard
best.
workers.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We would go to library at night, even cross night,
Mm, mm,
But with myself, what I've realized is I was not like one of the smartest
mm,
students in
mm,
high
mm,
school,
mm,
because of I was playing football as
mm,
well. I
mm,
was
mm,
too
mm.
occupied with football. I was not really. I cannot
You
consider
didn't have
myself
all
as
the
one of
time.
the
Yeah, yeah,
intelligent
yeah,
students.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
my results were not that good
Mm, mm.
up until when I went to varsity because I met new guys there. So the new guys that I met, like we had a good strong team. Those guys were hard workers. They would even encourage me to go and study whenever I feel like I'm tired.
Yeah, yeah.
But what worked for us was when we go to library, there will be some of our classmates that will come to you with a question paper
Question. Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
did not know
Yeah.
about, and
True.
they ask you about
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
question.
yeah.
Hey, how can we solve this?
You
You know,
mumble and fumble to
you
the question,
you
and then
understand?
up until you
Up
get it.
until
Yeah.
you get an answer,
Mm.
because you will never go to sleep knowing that you did not resolve
True.
that question.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Mm.
so that helped us to know a lot of questions. The moment we go to exam room, some questions that are there, you met them last night or you did them the previous days.
And it's one of those glorious moments when you see that question you did last night, you'll be like,
Yeah, you
voila.
want to make sure you started there.
Yeah,
Well,
true. Yeah, so it's one of those things.
yeah,
I'm not saying that lecturers are lazy, but they don't have all the time to actually
yeah,
change all the questions.
yeah,
Even if they can change the wording of the question,
yeah.
the answer is still the same.
The memo, yeah.
Yeah,
You can't start memorandum from scratch and question paper.
true.
Yeah.
Like it's basic principle. Like even if they can today they will say 1 plus 3, the answer is 4.
Mm.
Tomorrow they will say 3 plus 1, the answer is still 4.
Yeah.
How they change the question
Yeah.
to it does not matter, but the answer is still the same. Yeah.
That's true.
Mm.
And then after post to your completing your honors, you got an experience as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What happened after in terms of
Career
going to
wise
the
and all that. Yeah.
job market?
Mm, mm.
Yeah, like what was happening? How long did it take you to get your first
Job.
formal job or professional job? Um,
So that was in 2020. So 2021, if I remember well, around April, I landed my first job at a company called Formulation Creations, ran by this other guy named Gary Coulson.
where is it based?
So it was based, firstly, we started our company in Midrand. So actually, I joined them while they were in Midrand. And then they moved the company into Pretoria, in Corbin, next to Hatfield. So there, um, it was more of like a food science type of environment. Yes, the chemistry is there where you just mix 2, 3 things and then you do your formulations. So in the company, we would like do your energy drinks, like sports nutritions. So with energy drinks, you would work with companies like your Switch, Dragon, and all of those things. Then you try to actually come up with a better formulation, a better energy drink that tastes better. Because now, so I don't know if you know this, South Africa it has got regulations when it comes to like food. So you are charged um, in terms of how much of sugar you put into products.
Yeah, I know the sugar
Yeah, yeah,
tax.
yeah. So there's sugar tax. So we were trying to come up with better formulations. As in, like for example, you have got an energy drink. It tastes this nice, but it has got a lot of sugar, and there's a company that is paying sugar tax into it. So we try to come up with better engineering. So it means that we come up with better substituents that we put in the energy drink. So it tastes the same, but we change the sugar. So that means now we use something like sweetness
Avoid
to avoid to avoid that the sugar that we put in our products. So it's some of those things that we're working on. So And other than that, we would work with sports nutritions, your companies like your USN, NPL. We do your protein shakes, and then pre-workouts, post-workouts. But all in all, the company was based on food flavoring. So it was the main goal of the company was to actually sell flavors to different companies, and they had like the best flavors in the country.
So what was your role in the company?
So the role, I was more of like an overseer of everything because it was a small company. I don't want to lie. So um, out one day I would be like formulating different products. One day I'll be making an energy drink. Next thing I'm working a pre-workout, your BCAA, your protein shakes, and everything. So it was more of everything. And some days I would be meeting with clients, but then going with Gary Coulson to actually meet up with the clients, pitch about our flavors and everything. Because like I said, the guy still today they have quality flavors in the country. So would travel around the country, go to your pick and pays and your NPLs, your switch. We try to sell them our flavors, and it actually worked very well. Yeah. So my day-to-day job was different from day to day. Yeah.
And then in terms of so when you were doing those roles, how long did you work in the company?
So I remember I started working for Formulation Creations in 2021, April,
Yeah.
up until 2022 November. So yeah, close to like
6 months.
yeah, something like that,
Yeah.
close to 2 years. Yeah. But yeah, so I had to move in the company. Nothing sinister, nothing wrong, because I would say that the company actually trusted me with zero experience. Coming from a chemistry background, and they lent me a job in food, food formulation or sports nutrition, and they taught me everything from scratch. I'd say that there's nothing that I have negative from the country, from the company. Sorry. So yeah, the reason why I moved, it was mainly because of academics. It was more of like going back to chemistry. Because
So before you go far, so um, did it really challenge you, like going out of varsity? You don't have, I don't know with physics and science
yeah,
how it
yeah,
works, but you didn't have that much exposure from the industry or corporate. It was just an issue, the thing of you were doing whatever that you studied. Now you have to work with, there's machines
yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
systems,
yeah, yeah.
different types of things.
So
How did you transition? Did it challenge you that much, or it didn't take you long to be able to adapt and adjust?
I don't know if it's my university that I would say it's like we didn't get much of exposure. UFS it is still a great university, but for the degree that we are studying, it's mainly theory. So most of the things that you do, it's actually it's the things that you study on paper, write an exam on it, get to pass. So it's not mainly like your BTech where you like get hands-on experience about how a machine actually works. We do get lab work, but I feel like the main focus on these universities is that they teach more theory than practicals. Coursework, yeah. So your chemistry is it's you do have lab work, like I say, but you don't get much of exposure dealing with equipment. So for me, it was not really that difficult because there it was mainly food formulation. So we're not analyzing chemicals and things like we need to run. There's things like NMR, ICPs, AAAs, and FTIRs. There was nothing like that. So it was more of like formulations. You need to apply your mind. How much of something do I need to add for this thing to taste better? And also, you need to like read how much of it can you add in the product. Because now you know when it comes to nutrition, things that you buy at the shelf, when you turn the package at the back, there's like a nutritional information.
Yes, I see. Yeah, I see.
So that nutritional information, there are some things that you cannot add
Okay.
above the limit. Like for example, caffeine in an energy drink. You cannot add like your 20 grams in like 1 liter of caffeine, something like that, for example.
In terms of regulations.
It's regulations, and also it costs to company. So you know that now I cannot be adding this product because it's too expensive. But yet I need to produce a very nice tasting and effective product for consumers to actually buy it. So for me, like you see, the gap, I actually landed in a in a good space rather than just going to a lab where there's like fully chemistry. I need to analyze compounds. I need to like, yeah, that I feel like it would have been difficult for me. But I feel like, yeah, I landed a good job there in formulation creations because we did not do much of analysis using instruments. So it was more of like testing, applying your mind, coming with a better product, and also reading how much of it can you add, how much of it can you reduce. Yeah, yeah.
And then in terms of the when you move to the next role,
Yeah, yeah. So from formulation creations, I went to CSIR. So it's one of those companies when they approached me.
they approached you.
Yeah, they approached me. They gave me an offer. They gave me an offer.
Yeah, how did it come about? Because it's very rare nowadays for a
You know,
company just to approach
sometimes when you have these things called your PNET career junction,
yes.
they have your CV there. I don't know if it was. I don't want to lie. I don't know if it was me who actually
Yeah,
pressed and then the application was sent and then I got called for an interview.
yeah.
But yeah, so
You
I just
only realized them
after
coming
the
into your inbox.
yeah, I've got an interview. Weeks after that, now I've got a job offer in the table. So it's one of those companies where you are in the science space. You cannot reject CSIR. It's highly impossible. So it's one of those things you'll be like, I'm gonna use this thing as a stepping stone. Yeah. Because there, I don't want to lie to you. Because in formulation creations, I was permanent, getting good money. I was paid. I was owning my own apartment, bought my first car. Life was nice, man. Life was nice. So, but then I had to choose. Like, okay, let me try this CSI thing.
Go back to chemistry.
Align, yeah. Go back, shift my focus back to lab work. Yeah. So I went there to actually work. Oh my.
What happened?
So hey, with CSIR, man, I wouldn't recommend if you were in my position, you've got a permanent job, and you shift and resign and go to CSIR. That time you are only owning an honors degree because CSIR it's more of like a research institute.
Institution, yes.
So there you are surrounded by doctors, people with PhD, postdocs, professors, and all of those
They've
things.
been in the field of research for a while.
Yeah, so they know their story. It's not like there you're gonna go. Yes, you can give one or two inputs, but we are talking to experts there. Let's not beat around the bush and say that now you will try to move a mountain. You are David there. You are about to defeat Goliath. Nah, those people they know their story. They know what they're doing. So they have spent so much years doing research, and when they say sugar tastes sweet, they know what they mean. Yeah. So like it goes back to the very first step where you're not exposed to different careers or you're not exposed to certain things coming from a class. You're only excited that now you're going to CSIR. Mind you, I'm not taking away any credits from CSIR. It's a very good institution. I wouldn't mind going back there. But in terms of research, have your PhD at least or from masters, PhD, postdoc, and now you're gonna talk the same language as a fellow professor.
What is it that you felt was difficult for you, or the gap, or just any challenges that you experienced by you only having your honors, and then you are working with people that have got maybe a PhD, they're doctors, they're professors. What made your stay to be a bit difficult? I know now you are on your master's level,
Yeah.
but what made you to reconsider going back to school and say, hey, it feels like how was your day looking like that made you feel like, hey, I need to go and further my studies?
It's one of those things that now you are You are exposed in an environment where people know too much than you do. I'm gonna put it like that.
Yeah.
People know their story there.
Yeah.
It's not like where you sit in a boardroom and you come with suggestions and be like, um, for example, a ball is trapped like this. Let's try a different formation, 4-4-2, 4-5-1, all of those things. Nah, it's like, hey, let's use this different approach. We're gonna get into this thing. Those people, I don't know how they do it. It's like they have done it before.
Yeah.
I promise you, you would go to them excited and be like, I've got a very I don't know, Themba's theory that nobody has done it before.
Yeah.
They're gonna tell you it's not gonna work. And
Before they even test
they will tell you it's not gonna work. And you go to the lab and try it, doesn't work. It doesn't work. So it's one of those experience where you feel lost.
Yeah.
You feel like you need to go back and study more. You need to go back and get experience. Yeah. So it's one of those things in science where you've got a compound, you analyze it,
Yeah.
and then there's a spectra that comes out. Like let's say you use something called NMR or FTIR.
Yeah.
They look at it once. They will tell you that your product has got water.
Yeah.
Yeah, your product has got too much water. You need to go back and remove the water. And be like, okay, how do I remove my water in this product? Because like now it looks dry. It's like it's dry. It's like powder, you know, meal or something where you say like, where is the water coming from?
Powder,
yeah, but the spectra, when you analyze the results, they will tell you that your product has got water. And for us to actually submit this thing, it needs to be pure. It doesn't have to have any other contaminants. It doesn't need to have water.
And if you would go and maybe use your methods of removing water, indeed you will see that water is
the water was there. And also in the method of removing water, let's say, how do you remove water? In normal basic principles, you would heat it. So then now you like, even when you want to evaporate, when you boil water, you see the steam coming out. So how do you remove water? You boil the water. So you take your sample and put it in the oven. And then now you're saying you are removing the water. Next time you go, next thing after removing your water, you go and analyze your sample. You find that now you have removed important functional groups in the product. So now it's not like a straightforward mechanism where you'll be like, I know this thing. Okay, now I need to remove my water. I'm just gonna put my product inside an oven overnight. When I come tomorrow, the water is gone. No, you will find your product damaged. It was blue when I left it in the oven. Now it's brown. It has bent out. What went wrong? Your professors know. They will tell you about things like boiling point, melting points, and things like that. Be like,
there's degrees, a lot of things.
And in science, that's basic knowledge. You shouldn't be taught about this thing. You should know. It's what it's expected from one. So it's one of those engagements when you make those mistakes, you feel like, man, I should have known this. I should have actually tried to investigate or search what is the boiling point of my compound before I put it in the oven overnight. So it's one of those nitty-gritties that actually happened in CSIR. Nothing much. It's more of I couldn't fit in. It was more of like you work in the lab. You synthesize 1, 2, and 3. Check if it actually you've synthesized the correct compound. Then that's it. The science behind it, what you do and how you apply it after. No. Yeah.
Okay, and then we're now in what you're busy with now. I know you went back to school, after the experience you got from CSI. How long did you stay there for CSI?
So CSI, I stayed about a year and a few months. Yeah, I stayed about a year and a few months. And I could see, I knew, but like, nah, they're not going to absorb me here for a permanent position. And it's one of those things, man. It's not like I did not want to go back to formulation creations. It's one of those places where I feel very welcomed. And
but for you,
for me,
opened your eyes also about
venturing into other things. So it was nothing like, nah, I chose to actually further my studies. And from there, I was accepted in the program of this Nano Science, which I'm doing now.
What is it called?
Nano Science. Yeah, so Nano Science is actually divided into 3 disciplines in the country for the program that I was accepted into. So you have your physics, you've got your biology, and you've got your chemistry. Still, you had to choose. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go for biology. I'm not gonna go for physics. I've already started my career in chemistry. Let me rather continue into it. So that's where I am now, doing nanoscience, nanochemistry, which is um, it's a new thing in the country because it doesn't have more than 20 years, I would say, or 30 years. People are just trying to get the feel around it. So there's more of like what would I say, a gap that you can actually uh, fill in, and it's novel in the country. So yeah, I would say I'm in a good space right now. Yeah.
So you're doing, is it coursework or research based or?
It's both. So last year we did a bit of coursework where they do a bit of introduction. What is nanoscience? What is actually they start from what is nano. So now they will explain to you nano. So something it's if you are good in numbers, you actually understand that nano is something to the power -9. So probably now you can't see with your naked eye. It's extremely small. So from nano, you've got your micro, macro, and all of those -9, -6, -3. So with nanoscience, it's something that is within the nano scale. Yeah.
What I got only from what you explained is micro and macro, because there's micro, there's macro and
Imagination,
micro.
yeah, and all of those things.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then, yeah. And
So
then, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So,
so yeah, it's one of those. It's not actually we have not actually diverse much in the country when it comes to this discipline. It's one of those that we are trying to figure out how we can actually implement. Because now, for example, why are we studying this nanoscience? I mean, not micro. Is that now we need to come up with um, different mechanisms or technologies to actually solve the problems that we actually have in the country or nationwide. So,
like,
so for example, drug delivery. So you find people with cancer. Now you can come up with something like a chip or a drug, very small, that can actually detect that this person in the next 5, 10 years, their cancer stress or their cancer thing would have been exposed to this level, or come up with a drug that would actually minimize the growth of the mutation of cancer. So it's one of those things that will actually help us in the near future, that it can easily detect things that
is it a drug or a chip?
so it can be anything. So in nanoscience, we mostly focus on size. So we mostly focus on size. So we can just come with, because no, drugs, it's like a panado and something else that you can easily consume in a day-to-day basis. So we with us, we can actually come up with something very small that we can insert in your body, and it gets embedded in your, let's say it's in the brain. So it can give us signals that, okay, there's this type of growth that is happening in this one's brain, and it's not normal. Yeah. So it can give us, like, now you are sitting on your laptop now, and there's something inside your brain. It can tell you that, no, man, something is growing much faster than normal. So that means this now, it could be an easy sign that this person has got cancer. So, and imagine that size. If it can actually detect it at an early stage, that means now we can find this cancer before you even feel any pain or anything. So it's one of those technologies that we're coming with. So from that drug delivery, we can come up with your solar systems, rather than having all these panels that are big on top of your roofs. We can have something very small that can actually generate enough power for your, yeah, like the size of your phone. Yeah, put inside your roof, generate electricity, converts the sun rays into proper electricity. So it's one of those technologies. It's not mainly focused on one discipline. It can actually venture into anything. So it's, but now, due to regulations and um, the thing is, we need, I don't know, say a proper protocol. We cannot just, there are some inventions that people have done and they work in a lab scale. But now we can't come and give it to you, because now there are things like ethics, that we need to follow. There are things like
Regulatory standards.
regulations that now it's this thing is very small
Yeah.
and we can't really control it probably much better when it's inside your brain. What if now you are walking and now you collapse and you die and it's that thing?
Yeah.
So there's more studies that we are trying to actually apply for ethics and yeah, but it's promising, I must say. It's the next generation will actually benefit a lot from the program. Yeah, such yeah.
And then your research, what are you focusing on in your research?
So for me, my research is I wanted to do drug delivery, but I saw in the country we've got the crisis of wastewater, water pollution. So mostly it goes back and throws back to where I come from. Uh, we have got this scandal of water crisis in Guyana. Yeah, so it's one of those things that now I need to come up with a compound that actually I don't need to do much into it. I just put it inside the water, cleans the water. That's it. Quick. I don't need to like put it with something else or charge it with batteries, use filters because nowadays they use filters and all of those things. It's something that uses light, sunlight. Guyana, Limpopo, we've got too much sunlight. Yeah.
Yeah, connection of that heat.
So that product actually uses sunlight to actually degrade the pollutants inside the water. So you just take the compound, put it inside the water. In a space of few minutes, you've got a clean water. Yeah, so it can degrade a lot of organic pollutants inside the water. So the compound that I'm working on, it's called porphyrins.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds scientific, but yeah, it's
Latino way.
yeah, it's one of the photo degraders, so it can degrade the pollutants inside the water using photo light. Yeah. Mm. I feel like in South Africa, although some of these research sometimes it can put one in a situation where you just feel demotivated to actually do it because I feel like recently in the past 10 years 20 years people have came with different innovations to actually clean water, but these things they don't get actually implemented. I don't know if it's the government or companies are not giving these people a chance to actually try their products out, although yes, it's not easy to change something that is working, but the recent or the things that we've been having for years, they're not working for us because you find that the water that we're drinking nowadays, whether you're staying in the suburbs, villages, or everywhere, you find something inside the water. More especially as with chemists, we don't need to go to a river to find dirty water. Just open your tap, analyze the water, you're gonna find something. You're gonna find microorganisms. You're gonna find your hormones and all. They're very harmful. They are very harmful. Now that you can, if you check the news, you will hear that in Hamas crowd there was this type of I don't know pollutants that were found in the water, your ARVs that end up in the water and all of those things, and people easily drink that. Not everyone can afford to buy distilled water. Also, the distilled water that we buy, when you analyze them, we find the very same problem. Sometimes we find that the tap water is much cleaner than the distilled water that you buy at these companies that I won't even mention with names. So it's one of those things, man. South Africa, we really need to like wake up when it comes to this thing. It's not a joke that now you open the tap and you can physically see that the water. It's not a matter of taste. It's not a matter of vision or what you see. It's what you ingest inside your body. Sometimes you blame these things that now I'm sick because of 1, 2, 3, the food that I ate. If you can properly check, it comes down to the water that we drink. South Africa does not have clean, safe water. Yeah, we don't have clean, safe water.
No, Mr. Makondo, I think we've come to the end of our session.
Yeah.
I hope that we're still gonna have maybe
Many more.
second
Definitely.
interview.
Yeah.
There's more that I want to, you to, maybe give that information to my guests teaching because our viewers, it's our high school kids, it's our graduates, it's people that are in corporate as well.
Sure.
So we're lucky that we're in a space whereby a podcast is, dominating and taking over within the social media space. So That's where we're getting all this teaching. Some things you
Sure.
cannot get them in classroom,
Mm-mm.
but you get them from people that are working within that specific journey. So
Sure.
we learn a lot. We need this kind of information. We need to learn a lot. Maybe next time when we meet, you would have maybe finalized with your research and also your
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
masters
yeah, yeah.
in this nano thing that
Yeah,
I've
yeah, yeah.
just introduced.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But hopefully we'll have another round where we're going to dissect more when it comes to this case.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
I'd say also in closing, I feel like it's a very good platform, and it's one of those things that you need to keep pushing.
Yes.
More especially, it will close the gap between someone sitting in a village. Because now, okay, I wouldn't say data is a problem for people to get knowledge. People have got Wi-Fi's. If not, then data. They can be on TikTok, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and all of those things. We do have the privilege of social media nowadays, but career-wise, there's still a lot of work that we need to do. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, especially on this science part. In closing, what I would say that now, science is not a bad. It's not a bad career for one to actually choose. But I would say for grade 12s, you need to know why you're choosing science. Why are you choosing this? What do you need to do with it?
Yeah.
Because now there's passion and there's what is in demand. So now people will find this thing was like, nah, I'm a scientist. Then what if you're a scientist?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a title for it. And then what do you need to do with it?
Because it must make a difference.
It must make a difference in the country. Yes, we've got thousands and thousands of labs, but what are you going to do with it? What sets you apart from the other group that now they will choose you if you've got this science thing?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that I would say when you're walking around, definitely, yes, you meet with doctors and IT specialists and your pharmacists and all of those things.
Yeah.
Probably they will explain better in what they have actually come across within their career path. But then for me, speaking in experience, from grade 12, if you want to choose science, BSc, Bachelor of Science,
Yeah.
whether it's microbiology, biochemistry, chemistry, physiology, um, just to name a few, why are you doing that? Why are you choosing that?
Yeah.
And what do you need to do with it after? If you want to just have a degree, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It's just a waste of time.
It's just a waste of time. You might be lucky and land a good job in it, but currently in South Africa,
Yeah.
if you are a scientist, a degree is not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to like study further, get your master's,
Yeah.
get your PhD,
Yeah.
do your postdoc.
Yes.
Now they'll start talking to you.
Yeah.
And very in the very same discipline, we've got people with PhDs and postdocs.
Yeah.
They're sitting at home and not doing anything
Yeah.
because now they just did it for the sake of doing it, but they don't have that special
Yeah.
speciality that it's needed in the country.
Yeah.
So I'd say that one needs to actually find yourself in this space. Why are you doing this science? If you want to venture and want to go back to give back to the community and you want to go back and teach science in school, perfect, that will work for you. But if you are hoping to get a job somewhere in the lab after your degree, nah.
And then if you at the moment now that you are towards the last phase of your completion in your studies, should maybe there is maybe an institution that is interested in you. It could be maybe
CSIR, yeah,
maybe they want
yeah, yeah.
you back.
Go
Would
back
you
to it.
consider going back, or maybe another institution based on the knowledge and skill that you now having?
Yeah, yeah,
Would you be available for
yeah.
roles available, or you still want to go further for PhD?
Definitely. If I get an opportunity now to actually showcase my experience, I'll do it because like, I've got working experience and I've got experience in academia. So it's one of those things that now, if you talk to me about a machine, I I wouldn't operate it 100%, but I would actually know what does this thing do, and what are the expected results I'm gonna get from this machine. So it's one of those things that even now when I go back to CSIR, when they say this thing won't work, I would actually understand it better because I've been exposed to different machineries and theory-wise, I'm actually in a better state to actually understand how does this science
yeah,
actually work.
yeah,
But if it's just someone from a mere degree, I'm not saying that I'm insulting or I take it for granted that people have got different thinking capacities, but I just don't feel it's not enough. I feel like it's not enough. You really need to like expose yourself.
yeah,
Probably yes, you don't need to go to university for it.
yeah,
If you're sitting at home watching YouTube videos, taking online courses and all of those things, empowering yourself, because it's one of those things that I'm actually venturing into. Because in the last space of,
yeah,
I don't know, from last year until now,
yeah.
I've managed to actually get about 3 4 certificates
Okay,
that I was just doing on my side. I've actually registered with the council
okay,
for natural and agricultural sciences.
okay,
I've actually registered for with some water. It's WASI, some institution
yeah,
that they deal with probably how you manage your
water
water
resources,
systems and
yeah,
all the regulations in the country. It was something that I'm researching into.
mm,
On the side as well, I've done trading in firefighting and all of those things. It's one of those things like I've got a certificate in firefighting.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
if fire erupts now, we are here. If this thing ignite now, I think a normal basic person will actually think I need to save my laptop. But when you go under those trainings, they'll actually teach you that you need to save yourself first. Your life comes first.
yes, yeah,
Whenever you be thinking about the gadget, the expense, how much you spend on this
yeah,
thing, you
yeah,
need to save it. It's burning, but you need to save it.
yeah,
And at the end of the day,
losing his,
you might cost yourself or your life into this thing.
yeah,
It's one of those courses that people actually can do on their side.
yeah. Certificates are important.
Are very important. Yeah,
Yeah,
very important. So
mm,
in the last couple of years, I've actually accomplished
yeah,
a lot of these things. Yeah.
yeah. Because yeah, the most important thing is about making sure that you are an all rounder.
Mm,
You are balanced. You are
mm,
complete as an individual. Because
true.
when you go for an interview, you always meet up with your peers, and
True.
it will depend on what they carry on their side.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you don't get to be successful in
Mm,
interviews, not because you did not present yourself very
mm,
well,
mm,
but
mm, mm.
there is also that individual that has more than just what you have,
True.
and
True.
they presented themselves well too.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
will obviously go for someone that they know that this one might not only help us in one area, but
Mm,
even
mm.
in other areas, they can help us. So it's good that you having certificate. That's what I do as well. On
Mm.
my side, if in a year I didn't enroll for
A
a
short
full
course and all that.
qualification,
Yeah.
I rather do for a
Mm,
short course, to
mm.
make sure that
Online.
when I look back every year and
Mm,
say last year I was able to achieve this,
mm.
last year I was able to achieve
And
this.
there are some short courses which are are free.
Yeah,
You don't need to pay a cent,
yeah,
and they are aligned with your career.
mm,
It's just that people who are not exposed to such things.
yeah,
It goes back to the very same communication that we had
yeah,
previously. That now, where is this information and why is it not given to people?
yeah,
Yeah. So people just need to and see.
information is important.
It's very, very, very important.